What's up, guys? It is currently, as I'm recording this, September 18th, 3:48, and I'm about to start my biggest Celeste project, getting 202 berries. I've wanted to do this for ages. It's my end goal for Celeste, pretty much. I may end up doing more, but this is something that I need to do before I stop playing. And I don't know how long it's going to take. Probably a good little while, especially with Farewell, obviously. I'm going to try do them in order-ish. I'm going to try say Farewell to last, but we'll see how that ends up going. I may do Farewell early. I'm not sure. But I am going to be doing a couple challenge runs. I really want to do Deathless Dashless for 1A. And I'm also going to do all the seasides in a row, Deathless. But yeah, and also, very likely going to be listening to podcasts and music and shit throughout the completions. So, it's not going to be top quality recordings, but yeah, it's more of a challenge than if you want a good quality Farewell recording, you can go find it somewhere else. So yeah, this is it. I'm starting. Gonna start with Deathless Dashless, and yeah, I hope you enjoy.
Clash Royale that could not be placed anywhere in the arena. This meant if the opponent just tucked a princess in the back of the arena, a log wasn't going to do any good until that princess walked in front of the princess tower. The log could be cycled onto the tower for some chip damage, but you had to place the log at the furthest tile up that you could in order to do so. You may be thinking, the log is a legendary card, meaning there must be something special about it, unlike the Zap, which was a mere common. But there really was nothing too special about the log. It's not like knocking back troops was a special legendary ability. So how did the log perform upon release, you may wonder? Grand challenges didn't exist yet, so looking at top ladder statistics from July 2016, the log was in 0% of top ladder decks. Now, granted, legendaries were extremely difficult to level up at the time. You would need thousands of dollars to max out a legendary within a few weeks, but I still think this statistic is an accurate reflection of the card's power at the time. It was considered to be a really weak card. There were several reasons why the log was underperforming. It just had no purpose. It's pretty clear this card was intended to be an alternative choice to Zap. For context, Zap in 2016 was far stronger than the Zap we have today, being able to kill goblins at equal level and stunning troops for a full second rather than half a second today. So even though the Goblin Barrel did exist in 2016, Log didn't have the advantage of being the only spell to fully counter it for a positive elixir trade. The Log was just completely outclassed by the Zap in almost every way. And the biggest advantage the Zap had over the Log was speed. A lot of Zap's power was the fact that it would very quickly do its job after placing it. It didn't need time to fly like the other spells, and the Log was extremely slow, moving at a speed of only 140 tiles per minute. For frame of reference, a Hog Rider runs at 120 tiles per minute, which may sound fast since the Hog Rider does travel at the maximum speed a troop can go. But for spells, 140 tiles per minute is incredibly slow. Just as an example, the modern day arrows travel at 1100 tiles per minute, and even the second slowest projectile spell, the rocket, traveled at a speed of 350 tiles per minute. Imagine your opponent uses a skeleton army to counter your Hog Rider and you have a log. Unless you pre-placed your log, that skeleton army was going to wipe out your hog before the log collided with them. This is why the Zap being instinct was so advantageous. Why pick a spell that basically does the exact same thing as Zap, but can't hit air and basically only kills the same cards as Zap? Zap was completely dominating the game, and Log was certainly no competitor.
Alright, well, we might be here for...
In August 2016, the Zap had its strongest season yet, appearing in a whopping 98%
Let's
of
go.
100 ladder decks, with the Log still not making a single appearance.
Boom. I've wanted to do that for so fucking long. Since I played this back on PlayStation, I've wanted to do that.
As I said, log killing princess ratio. Throughout October, the log's use rate continued to climb, now at 8%, but still pretty low compared to the Zap's 66%. Log didn't really have any specific niche decks where it explicitly worked better than Zap. It was mainly just occasionally replacing Zap in already popular Zap decks. 8% usage is actually alright for most cards, but Supercell historically likes to keep spells, especially less annoying spells, at a significantly higher use rate than most cards. It's less about what's statistically overpowered and what the community perceives to be overpowered. Even though the Zap had close to a 70% usage rate in top ladder, people weren't having less fun or calling for nerfs to the Zap because it was everywhere. It felt fine, the competition was just lacking. Zap was an important tool that was necessary for most players to have to keep potentially overpowered cards in check. Therefore, for the third month in a row, Log would be buffed. This time, Supercell was giving the Log 4 distinct stat buffs. On October 20th, 2016, no Zap nerf would come, but a massive Log buff was here. Its casting speed was increased by an additional 60 tiles per minute, or 1 per second, and its projectile speed was also increased by 30 tiles per minute. Thirdly, its damage would be increased by 8.5%, which didn't have any major interaction changes. And lastly, perhaps the biggest buff of all, its range would be increased from 9.6 tiles to 11.6 tiles. Before this change, you had to play your Log right at the bridge in order for it to touch the tower, but now you could play it a full 2 tiles away from the bridge and still have it chip the Princess Tower, which added some nice extra versatility. You could also now counter a Goblin Barrel with the Log, and it would roll far enough to kill a princess at the bridge. Supercell clearly wanted the Log to be good. This is an enormous buff. In the following days of this buff, Log would rise from an 8% use rate to a 68% use rate, shattering the Zap's place and becoming the most popular card in competitive play. The top 4 most popular decks at the time were all running Log now. Giant Bowler was the most popular deck at the time, where lots of people were playing it with Zap, but a significant number of people were subbing the Zap with the Log now. Expo was the second most popular deck, which succeeded with the newly buffed Log, and you wouldn't see Zap with Expo anymore. Log had fully replaced it in this archetype. Log was certainly at a peak, but Zap wasn't going down without a fight. After a hard drop, the Zap's use rate was actually steadily rising back up. By November, it was back up to a 57%.
Now what? Now it's like, if I want to fix this, it's on me.
Oh, I did demo, I guess.
Yeah, my favorite answer, I don't know. Like, come on. We go flip to it. I have Ethernet. I have Ethernet, by the way. That's what this is being run on. Ethernet, and it's still the ping is doing it. I did without Ethernet. I got Ethernet in an attempt to fix this issue. That's too high. 20 ping in Michigan? That's not good. I mean, 26 ping in Michigan is not good. Because High Coast is in Chicago. It's like, you know. The Durami's like sweating so hard. I can't try as hard as Durami's trying on. Like, every time I click on Durami's stream, his heart rate's like 120 stable. Like, he's just sweating that hard. I don't know how, like he is trying, you know what I mean? If I had RM under on, you guys would be like borderline disappointed in me, I think. But I don't know how to like edit it. You know what I'm saying? Hello, CD Music. How you doing, dude? Okay.
There we go. Oh. BB, let's go.
You guys are making no sense. I'm sure you're all aware of. Right now we have to. Someone's name? What do you mean? Really? Is there a user named Lola Pesta here? Lola Pesta to the principal's office. Lola Pesta to the principal's office. There is a. Why are you that? Why is that your username? What does that even mean? Okay. What do you mean stop? You can't say that. That's not an option at your disposal. You can't come at me with stop. What are you? What are you? You're me put a lol in front of it. What does that indicate?
Okay, nice.
Even funnier. Damn. Yeah, they already have all my base stats. It's like they use that Tinker's construct like workbench, and they put in me as a base and then added funniness into it.
All right.
Funnier version of me. Can't do.
That was dumb.
I wonder if being like the best UFO player looks like, because there has to be someone who is the best UFO. I mean, it's probably just Zoink. Zoink is probably just the best every game mode player. Talking as far as like all like actual level of skill goes. Diving journey too. Okay, but Slipion's only like theoretically better at throwing the wave. Zoink is now verified tidal wave, so it's like, you know, in terms of. That's all tidal wave is like loop challenge and wave stand together.
Let's go. Nice.
Yeah, okay, well, let's have the entire community play Flappy Bird by Darnock. Let's see whoever finishes the fastest. Big comment. I don't know enough. I don't organs can fail, they don't kill you. Appendix kills you. Appendix is the least emotionally stable organ. It can just, it does nothing, but it can just decide, I'm gonna kill you now! And then it grows all big and explodes. That's definitely the least emotionally stable one. It's not even doing nothing to like warrant that. Like the liver, like we put that through a lot. Like even if you're like non-alcoholic, you don't do anything really bad for it, the liver still does a lot for every person. You know what I mean? So it's like if it breaks down, it probably tried its best. Tongues are pretty chill, actually. Yeah, they like tell you what it's all about. You know, like you're eating something and it's like, yeah, this is kind of like this. You know, like the worst thing that can happen to your tongue, really. I mean, you can get some like bad stuff on it, but really, the worst thing that the average person is gonna run into is literally just like biting your tongue, biting the tip of your tongue. Which isn't really all that. Also, if you have like strep throat or something, your tongue can get all like white or whatever. You know, like black. But that's not like bad. It just kind of, I think it messes with your sense of taste, but it's like, it's always fine. It never means like, your tongue is going to die now or something. It's not, so.
Okay. Oops.
The heart is pretty insane, actually. Kind of like the one that makes it all happen. I'm a big fan of it all happening. Yeah, but it's like prostate cancer, like one of the most common ones. It's like, you know, like whatever. Like literally one of the most common. I don't think I've ever done that road. Like specifically 29 to 100. It was always from 20. I did once. Are you sure? If you remember, it probably happened. I feel like I've only ever done from 36.
I don't know how I got with strawberry, but let's go. Yeah!
But, you know. Can't say I remember every session in full detail. 95% is a lot. But I'll admit that much. I was constantly at like 320 or something like that.
Oh,
Like,
nice. I love this golden.
After free time, which is nice. It feels like I'm sitting on a beach, you know, after a really long hike or something. Because it's like I finally now have time, you know, to really. What am I gonna do? I'm not gonna start my verification until 2.2, just because we don't know what's gonna happen. If you ever heard of the level Rest in Peace, that's what I'm gonna be verifying. If I'm gonna be like top 20, one of my favorite levels ever made. But we're gonna wait until 2.2. To go ahead with that. So that's I've been looking forward to that verification for a very long time. It's like my favorite level ever. So we have time. We have time. We're gonna just relax for a little while. Finally relax for a little while. It's been a long time since I've been able to say that. Right? You know, that was the real issue with this you get stuck. You don't know what's gonna end. Because as I was saying with Oblivion, you know, I failed my deadline, but I was constantly pushing to a new level of skill. It felt like this was just like it was so brutal. I hated the balancing. Man, I love this level.
Oh,
I really do.
what am I doing?
Great tribute to Blade of Justice, but getting stuck at the beginning. Like there's no choke points where it's like this is unfair. Like I don't like it. Really, even the 40 cube gets consistent eventually. The break helped me. It reset my mindset. I was just pushing too hard. But you get stuck in the start for days, man. It just kills you. Oblivion, you don't get stuck in the day in the beginning.
I've been out of my mind.
You usually get to like 50 pretty consistently, like a few times in a session. You could have sessions of this where you don't get nowhere. I still haven't really processed it's real. But yeah, you could have sessions you just get to nowhere, man. And it's brutal. It's just so brutal. It kills you. And the whole time you're thinking, I need to get somewhere before, and especially when 2-1-2 is like, oh my god. You know, here's this deadline, it's coming, and you can have entire sessions where you don't even
actually speed up.
And who's to say it's not going to be like that tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and so on and so forth. It's scary stuff, man. You know, just that feeling, that crushing, slow feeling of like, this could end you. You know, like this could just completely mentally destroy you. It already was mentally destroying me. It was really stressing me out outside of streaming. The moon, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Really appreciate that, my man. Not anymore. Now it's over, and I can have some fun. That's nice. You know, the thing about GD is we put ourselves through these gauntlets.
Oh, I did not know you could even do that.
Only by truly putting yourself through some real stuff, brave through. Thank you for the sub. Can you really enjoy peace? Does that make sense? A lot of people sit around bored all the time. They don't know what to do with their life because it's all the same. It's all constant. There's no highs and lows. Without highs and lows, what is life?
Oh my god.
You know?
Oh.
And sometimes going
Absolutely snuck past him still.
Those highs and lows can destroy you, man. I'm not trying to say this without risk. This could have destroyed me. But now that it didn't, I get to enjoy the high of simply being at peace with that. With being at peace with being done with it. And that's it. You know? I mean, and I'm always gonna live my life like that. I'm always gonna take those risks. Instead of living a comfortable life. You know, where I know everything's gonna work out a certain way.
Ooh!
Even if it kicks my ass, maybe I'd rather have my ass kicked at the end of the day, right? I'd rather fail and succeed than do nothing. So in a way, I mean, being as bad at games as I am, it's nice because I get these extreme experiences from something so simple, but at the same time, sometimes I get mad at myself. It's like I want to be more than what I am. And that's frustrating. This level really frustrated me in that way because I wanted to be more than I was.
Okay, back here. Let's go.
And
Let's just. I just need to not be dumb. That's literally this whole section. It's just not being silly.
But yeah, I think that's it. It's finally time to relax. And that's nice. I think
that was a bit silly.
That's all I got for you guys today. Maybe we'll do some for fun streams later. If Aeon completes Tartarus, we should do that drinking stream. You know what I'm saying? That'd be a pretty fun celebration thing. I want to do that monkey ball stream I was talking about.
I'm being very silly right now.
But there's some things I want to do, you know? Wow. It's nice. It's nice. Really nice being done. Alright.
Come on, mate.
That's it, y'all. That's all I got. I'm just gonna enjoy this for a while.
Alright, I'll take that.
I'll let you guys know about the celebration stream at some point. I'm gonna raid someone. That's it. That's it, dude. Level over. Level over.
Okay, let's go.
It'll come out of the shoulder.
Well, hello.
Sorry, I got to my feels at the end of the stream, I guess.
This fucking room. Come on. Nice.
I'm gonna read. This one's gonna last for long. This ain't no short. You know?
Okay. Let's go. Yeah, let's go.
Seriously, thank you.
Oh! Fucking hell! Oh my god!
Me during this video was hard, but it's all out some fun. Now.
Right. Let's go! Fucking hell, this fucking game. Christ alive. Yeah!
Wait, what the fuck is happening? Why is my chat going crazy? What happened? Yeah, I was like, I thought sashimi was different to this. It's so weird. Oh, I don't want to. Does it taste like? I've got it in one corner of my mouth because I don't want to smooth it around too much. Does it taste like a tune gabby? Well, once you get it to the center of your mouth, it's so fast. On the side, you can't really taste it. I've never had the genuine gag reflex from eating food before. Please don't throw up on my shit. Well, I gotta swallow a bit of it. Oh, it comes back. Yeah, it repeats on you. Even though I spat mine out, I have maybe that's the mucus. Wait, that has like, is that an egg in it? What is that? I don't want to think about it anymore. Let's move on to the delicious holidays. Nice. Oh, it's actually, oh my god. It looks good when it's cold. Oh, all I can smell is fish. I'm not ready to fish away. Oh, it's so good. Oh, I think that's what it's going to be. No, it doesn't. I've had it before. You guys ready? Yep. Yummy? Yeah, I like it. Oh, okay. Mmm. Yeah? Yeah. I mean, grab on the jelly. I don't know the jelly. The jelly's where it's at. The meat tastes like nothing until we boil it down. But the jelly, need some of that jelly. Jelly's nice. I really like it. It's not too salty. No, I used to go bits of bite in it. So when we smash it, I can taste the fish in my mouth. It's nice. I think you're never gonna win it. Oh, mine looks good.
Thanks for watching. So, go now and subscribe to my second channel where I'll be uploading more videos just like this in between the monthly I Did a Thing uploads.
Fucking hell. What happened last time? I'm so confused. Alright. Fucking hell. Ooh. Fucking hell. Bloody hell. Let's go. Okay, nice. Second try to the boss. Boom! I'm gonna see off though, just make it more complete. Nice. Very, very nice. Boom. Let's go.
As if it's the first time. least
Every Monday.
10 times.
Every Monday.
At least 10 times.
And
Like,
I was actually
hey, you
fine
got-
with being
you wanna do-
asked every time
you wanna
because
do pod early?
sometimes I work from home.
Yeah.
So like I was okay being asked to go out until I realized.
Ah.
Until I realized that it is entirely self-serving.
I asked
Because
you for
he
a
just
lot of climbing
assumes shit
sessions.
based on his schedule.
I feel like
Hey.
we are ignoring the fact that I asked him to more climbing sessions and he asks me.
Hey, lay off Ludwig.
I don't go without you.
Lay off Ludwig. He's busy.
Hey, then you ain't been climbing enough.
I'm with you.
It was miserable, by the way.
Climbing?
I don't know. Yeah.
Wait, why was climbing miserable? Do you not like doing it by
He
yourself?
says to me, he goes, dude, I was a fucking zoo animal.
Yeah, yeah. You were like a lemur in the zoo.
I'm AirPods in. I'm wearing a Sussy Among Us shirt and then a Hess Championship, which is like a chest sweatshirt over it, like super cringe merch. And love Hess though. And I'm like AirPods in, listening to like a podcast, like just busting up some walls. And like I was just walking through, and it's like this is the face.
Oh, but they don't say anything?
But they don't say anything, and they're just kind of gawking at me.
Uh-oh.
And then the problem is every conversation was like, dude, you look exactly like Ludwig.
Were they
What?
And I was like, yeah, I am. They're like, dude, what? No way. And you know, I knew every single person there was not like a real Ludwig fan in the sense that like they knew who I
They're
was.
a streamer fan.
They've consumed
And
content.
they know you.
They didn't show their tattoo.
They're not. I wouldn't even go that far. They're more
Stuck
like
guy.
like a YouTube Among Us fan in 2020
I
is what
see,
it
I
felt
see.
like. And so it was like, you know, like I don't think any of them knew I was on YouTube or like what I was doing these days. But I was just like, hey, you are somewhat. Yeah, I've seen you on a stream before, and I was watching it, and like I was kind of feeling like a bit of a schmuck. Hadn't showered. I was gonna shower to climb in, and then after I climbed, they just kind of hang out, and they were all good climbers. That was a problem too.
Dude, this is exactly the problem that like women face every day.
Like getting approached to the gym and like people.
Yeah, and like oh, I gotta kind of be on
Yeah,
all the time.
and then they come
I
up and
gotta,
they'd be
look
like,
good when I leave the
oh
house.
shit, you need help with your deadlift form?
This is crazy.
And I'm like, dude, bro, I'm alright. Like I'm just kind of working on my deadlifts.
It's like that when you completely remove the power dynamic, which makes it so much easier for Ludwig
That's
Yeah.
true.
to navigate.
Yeah, I guess if he's like, hey, no, I'm good. I kind of just want to be left alone. They won't be like, hey, bitch.
I think
Like,
they
Yeah.
won't think that.
Well, I thought
They
you
won't
were
say it.
ugly.
You were
whole
ugly
time.
Yeah.
anyway.
dude, this is blowing my mind. You
A
were
guy, stop
you,
me.
we're
This is-
living
and
all
instead
ways.
Instead of having sex with Ludwig, they want to be in one of his YouTube videos about climbing.
Some people were cool too. They were like trying to get me to do this wall, and I was like trying it, and I was like, I'm not good enough. They were like V6 climbers.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, what do you want?
This is actually the added risk of going alone, right? Because you don't have the force field of a social interaction with one of your closer friends.
I think I will. I don't want to go without my Nick blanket
Well,
again.
now you need
Let's
him.
go.
Now you have
You
to
know what we should
call
do
him up.
next time someone comes up? It's like climb that V6 right now or no picture. But if you do a picture,
One try.
and then they go over, they spend all day on it, and we're like fucking.
you use
chilling.
terminology. Flash it for me.
flash it.
Oh,
Ooh.
dude.
Yo, you want to climb tomorrow morning?
What? No, I can't.
He's at work.
It's Smash Summit. It's
Smash-
Smash Summit. Ludwig.
It's his busiest week.
And this week
his
is
last week.
Smash Summit, and it's gonna be a great one.
Schmeep.
So that in a similar topic. I went to Sweden. It's not and there was a concert. I went to the fucking Young Lean concert. We're in line, waiting to get in, and there was this guy who kind of did this double take in front of me. And we're with one of the people I'm at the concert with is Leffen, and Leffen, here for Smash Summit, famous Smash player. Often, ever since I've met Leffen, like for the first time we hung out, like he gets recognized literally all the time. And this guy does a double take at our group, and he looks behind at me, and he's like, "Are you Eamon?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "I was just listening."
He goes, the Fox player.
And he was like, "I was just listening to."
Bro, your
uh,
shit's an inspiration.
I was just listening to the latest episode today. Like the latest episode of The Yard. I was like, oh, fuck yeah, like nice to meet you. His name was.
Fuck yeah, bro. Come here, bro. Fuck
Come
yeah,
here.
get in
Fucking
here,
whip
dude.
it out.
Yes.
I asked for his
You guys
name.
start arm wrestling.
And we were talking. He was like, "Why are you here?" And I was just saying, "Oh yeah, I'm visiting them, like visiting friends." And I was like, "We're here with Leffen, because Leffen had like fallen behind. He hadn't like checked it through the gate yet. Where if you know who Leffen is too." And he's like, I think I've heard the name." Like
no.
it's this really funny situation where me, And all of our friends that have all like been with Leffen for so long, who's always been so much more famous than everybody. It was like finally a moment. It's like this guy doesn't even know who he is.
Yeah.
And I got recognized first, which was super funny.
Which is the inversion of Leffen being the most popular person at a Young Lean concert.
Yeah, who has more followers? He has more followers on Twitter than Young Lean does.
Yeah.
Which is also funny.
That's insane to me.
So this is after the concert, and you had talked about this later, and the reason why I wanted to bring it up is I think he must have been super drunk or something, because he was like incessantly replying to Leffen on Twitter, trying to get a message from me, and then you said he had been messaging you as well. Yeah,
That's so annoying.
and I just hadn't looked at my phone in a while, and I checked it.
Imagine that.
Yeah, imagine, because I'm checking it a lot, and I replied to him. I'm like, "Yo, what's up?" Because he was just trying to like see what's up after the concert, and he's like, "Yeah, we're going out. If you want to come out." I'm like, "No, sorry, dude. Like, we already have something planned, and I'm probably gonna go to bed like pretty early."
This is the fan or Ludwig?
This is the fan.
Leffen. Okay,
This is the fan. And then he's like, "Okay, yeah, no problem. Let me know if you want any coke." And then it all comes together. I'm like, this guy is probably just coked out of his fucking
That's
mind.
tight.
And that's why he's sending like 20
Dude,
messages a
that's
second.
tight. It's cool that you can go to another country and get offered coke for this podcast.
Yeah. So that's before Leffen. That's the important thing. It's not about getting the offer for coke. It's about that Leffen didn't get
You
it.
tell Leffen, he's like, dude, I used to get offered coke so much.
Yeah.
COVID
They
really
just
ruined
know
my
I
coke.
don't want it, so whatever.
Yeah, but
That's
it just
how-
all like fused together. It was like, because he messaged me like once, like normally the next day. And I'm like, okay, so he was just in coke mode, presumably.
That's
Yeah,
Aatrox's wet
so
dream.
annoying. What? To be offered drugs?
No,
Schedule 2?
I am Leffen, and then Aatrox is Eamon.
This happened. This exact thing happened.
Wait.
Kind of.
You talking about the climbing, and he was like,
Okay.
hey, I'm a fan of the yard, and then he went to Aatrox.
He went to A-Truck first.
Yeah.
Chloe and A-Truck were like next to each other, and he introduced A-Truck, and I'm a big fan of your stream.
Can I beef real quick with Atriok?
He always
Yeah.
got beef with
Oh yeah,
Aatrox.
man, it's a podcast. You might as well.
By the way, I never got to apologize. I'm
Oh, no.
sorry, Oscar. Yeah.
Yeah. Say it to the camera, don't say it to me.
Well, I'm
You
just
say it to
saying
him.
Yeah, it's just kind of funny. It got blown over, and then I was like, oh,
I think
nice.
the amount you know
Say-
about planes is cool.
And
yeah, we all agree on that.
to cap it off, after all that happened, I went and I started watching Saikuno's streams, just raw. And I'm like, this is nice. I get it.
He's fine.
Yeah. He's a very calming voice. when you listen to
Incredibly
it.
inoffensive.
But you were the one.
ASMR.
You were the one that said all
No,
the fucked up
I don't
things.
fucking trust
Anyway,
it.
Wait,
Yeah.
I actually have a beef. Can I air a beef with him?
With who?
I'll take it off you with Austin.
Oh yeah.
I'll air my beef really quick.
Yeah, please. The airing of
You got beef?
grievances.
No, this is great. This is a great way
Well,
to
dude, Ludwig,
cap an
every
apology.
time this happens, Ludwig's like, oh, I gotta fucking. We are a liability for Ludwig, and part of that makes me happy, but also part of it because I'm Ludwig pilled now makes me sad.
I just like the idea of him stressing and feeling emotion at my hand.
You guys are all bad humans. Continue.
Okay, so
Again, roped into this.
so the night that we met him in Texas, he was talking to Aiden, and it was like I couldn't even. It's like how a movie describes two best friends meeting each other for the first time. Like they were like so happy and talking to each other and like getting into stuff, and like I was like, wow, they're really hitting it off. They're really like having a good conversation. And then he like kind of turns and like Aiden walks away to do something else, and he like makes eye contact with me. And he goes, I'm not exaggerating. He goes, you with like the whole Ludwig thing? And I was like, yeah. He goes,
Beef's back
and then
on.
just turns away, and I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, what do I gotta do? What? I gotta look like that? That's all I gotta
No,
do?
you know what you
Like,
gotta do? Catch third in a Rushler.
You gotta be,
Wait, he didn't do that shit.
You gotta be
Or-
charming and
or-
tall like Eamon.
or you be cute.
It was
Be
crazy.
cute
Be charming and cute and tall like Eamon.
I'll work on
Boom, 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 boom.
That is a bad omen.
it. The grill.
The grill disagrees
The
with what
ghost-
you said.
The ghost of Austin just
It's
fucking
so,
gets the grill.
it is so
Might be
fucked up, and it
Okay,
takes
well,
9
Money's
minutes to get
gone,
here.
but,
Did we put it back?
Nah.
Dude, okay. So Aatrox was here this last week, and
He was here for like a week,
He
basically.
was here for like a really long time. He was supposed to come for
He was here
Smallin
for
thing.
5 days.
It was Smallin thing, right?
He was here for Point Crow's thing.
Point Crow. I mixed them up.
Yeah.
Is that bad?
It's another bad
have,
trade.
like,
No,
the same
they have
type of-
they have similar profile
They have
pictures.
similar profile pictures. That's why I
Yes.
messed them up. Sometimes.
It is equivalent to Austin saying to Nick, "Are you part of the Ludwig thing?"
No, it is
No,
not.
it's
No, not at all.
If you guys
Not
don't
at all.
understand
No,
that
it's their
Point Crow-
profile pictures. They're
Point Crow
similar.
consistently lives in Small Lance Shadow, and a lot of people give him grief for it. I'm just letting you know how
I
it is.
didn't even know they were
They
related.
just,
I am
they just have similar profile
I'm
pictures.
just letting you know how it
But
is
that's
from
good
Point Crow's
context.
perspective.
Yeah, that's good
This
context.
is not a
You guys can
party
tell him how
in
they feel about
person.
it.
From his perspective, you're right.
All right.
The same
Point Crow,
thing.
you
Point Crow-
shouldn't
not
feel
true.
bad about
Point
this.
Crow, I'm writing
So
I'm writing our apology for next week right now.
You shouldn't
I'll do
feel
it right
bad.
after the show.
Plus your wife.
And I, is he?
Maybe Cuban. Deferred his laugh.
So okay, dude, Aatrox is staying with us, and he'll just hang out in Ludwig's, like where Ludwig usually sits, in our office. And he'll play Ludwig Vampires. And he was here for a while, and it's actually really fun having him around. He's very like bouncy,
Yeah.
and he always jokes with you, and he's always like in a good mood. And I'm like, you know what? This is a fun guy. I'm like, I like this. And so I decided to open my heart to Aatrox. You were there, and he
Oh yeah.
he's like about to leave the Doritos Locos
He's
Tacos.
literally, I'm gonna go shower.
Yeah,
And he's salty from a video game.
And I was like, hey, before you do, I wanted to tell you something. And he's like, what? And I'm like, I just wanted to say that you've been hanging out a lot here, and it makes me really happy, and I've been like really enjoying your company. It's been like pretty cool, man. Like I really enjoy having you around. And he's like, what the fuck? And he like thought I was joking with him or something. He was like, is it like a bit or something? And I'm like, no, I'm legit telling you that it makes me feel
Alright.
good.
I can't be laughing at fucking Flag 9. Hold on. Okay, come on. Yes. I should have moved down it. Okay. Okay, let's go. Dude, that pissed me off. It's so long and it's so easy, but it's just so easy to also mess up, but whatever. Let's go. Let's go.
Which is kind of funny because it's like
No.
I don't know. Does this?
Wow,
I think
dude.
You made a joke where you were like, "Yeah, I got." to
Oh god.
So this
Yeah.
it doesn't apply to short form content like TikToks or like if you're watching. What if you're watching like, say you're watching a Wendover Productions YouTube video?
So-
could you get flagged?
I don't know. That's what I'm literally gonna do an unlisted stream, and I'm gonna test, and I'm just
Okay.
gonna go through shit I would watch. But like a summoning salt video, no, it was chill. But
Okay.
a Kurzgesagt video
Yeah.
got hit, which I was surprised by. I was not so surprised by you know, okay, here it goes music video or Baby Shark or like an Ariana Grande video. I'm not surprised by those.
Yes, those shouldn't be surprising.
But it's more like I will just have to look at the
Okay.
warnings and then play around. It is
Wow.
basically a more robust system on YouTube that detects things really well, and then Twitch is like still like pew, pew, wild west.
Yeah, they're
Boom.
like, we're gonna mute the VOD, so think about
Yeah,
that.
because Twitch has to be caught manually.
Yes.
But YouTube creates a content IDs.
Which is
I thought I didn't
changing
have a
'cause
dash pad.
the
That was really
VOD reviews
trippy.
are automatic on Twitch, so automatically record companies will go through all the VODs.
That's for music.
That's for music, but it can also be for visuals.
Oh,
it can also
really?
be for YouTube videos, yeah. And eventually they will have a system in place to check live stuff, like almost assuredly. Like record companies will come for their comeuppance.
You should get Zipper to make you a giant button, and it's like your alarm button. It's like Metal Gear when the guards are like looking for you, and you hit it when the yellow thing goes up, and you have to like you have to like hide in a box until it's over.
I think the idea is to make it seamless, because if you make it like an overt thing, then it ruins the
No,
experience.
shame them.
I should go full screen and then just chill and talk until it
Hide
goes
in a
away.
box and play the music.
Yeah, I like the box.
And
idea.
I dressed up as like a YouTube cop, and I'm like looking for you,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I'm like, ah, fuck, he's
Like
gone.
iDubbbz content cop.
Yes, it's like
And then
that. He doesn't know,
sometimes,
but yes.
sometimes like 1 in 5 times, he finds you and he shoots you with your paintball.
But then you can strap C4 to my back and kill me. Like
This
in
is
Metal Gear.
just Metal
that
Gear.
seems
Yeah.
disproportionate.
And then you get a call from Susan on the codec. Ludwig, what are you doing?
The end result
But
of
she
all
sounds like
this
Snake.
is, I think if I'm surmising it, is
Baby Shark.
reacting is worse on YouTube, but there is no punishment like there is on Twitch.
Right. Yeah. It's just like, hey, stop it. Fucking stop
You
it.
just get a little smooch.
The punishment on Twitch is like 3 times you're banned, and then the punishment on YouTube is,
It's a,
here's my window.
it's a smooch.
It would be crazy if you could sign, get paid, and then like play Baby Shark 3 times and be permabanned, and they're just like nothing we can do.
It's automatic. I don't like it anymore. than
Content
you.
ID doesn't
Yeah.
fuck around.
The,
thing
ba-
is, you
the
know.
baby shark is at the head of the table,
Yeah.
just slamming it with its baby fist.
Speaking of guests like Susan, one of our past guests, Stavros, from Come Down Podcast.
Dude,
He,
Dude.
do you know? Did you read this?
yeah, I opened it.
We didn't know who this was from.
Yeah, let me read this out. And so here's what happened. We had a package on our counter, and it said warm wishes, and it read like this. To my beloved yard house in Cutie. Any group of pals that's at least partially uncircumcised is my kind of group.
No, read how he wrote it.
Okay, any,
I was like, wait, did he write that?
at least partially, and then it's,
It says uncircled.
yeah, it is uncirced. Which I'll translate. Enjoy these cookies my mom and I made as penance for telling Lud's mom to go fuck herself. But if she needs more of an apology, I'm happy to take her out too. Winky face. Merry Xmas, and then it is the letter S, and then
Wiggles.
squiggles. And we didn't know who this was. We
Yeah,
thought
me and
this
Ludwig were trying to crack
was
it.
Fran, who suddenly got our address and was making a weird joke about my mother, until I found out it was Stav, which blew my mind. That Stavros was baking cookies with his mother and then did this. It's like the sweetest thing you
It
could
is
imagine
It's
from
so
that
sweet.
man.
And this is like your card from like the store. Like
Yeah.
there's a snowman.
Yeah.
There's no
Yeah, it's
dick
like a
and
Hallmark.
balls.
It's
just
handwritten.
It's just a nice
It's
card.
a nice
Yeah.
message.
It's a nice gesture.
And it's
and
a
there's
lot of
nothing
cookies.
negative to say.
It's not like he sends
Yeah.
3 cookies.
And they're good.
Yeah, it's not like he bulk made for a bunch of people either. Like this is how many cookies you would make if you baked with your mother.
It's
Yeah.
such a insane.
It was
mix-up.
so nice, and I was still sus about it. I was like, we need lace them.
Yeah, I thought that too.
Maybe they got weed.
So me and Eamon were like
The
trying it for
backstory.
slime.
The backstory was that I woke up and I saw the package from him, and I was like, it said to the yard sluts, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna open this, but I have to leave right now. So I went and I opened it in my car like while I was like about to go, and I was like, oh wait, this is for like I want everyone to see this.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
thought it was funnier if
Oh, so you knew.
if I kept the box and just put them on the counter and waited for them to be found.
Me and Ludwig conducted an investigation
Yeah,
of
yeah.
like asking each other like, what's this?
That's
Yeah.
why I didn't post a tweet about it either because I was like, I want
Let's
to-
go.
Yeah, that's cool.
very
Nice.
sweet.
No
Thank you,
deaths to
Stavros,
the
Thank you,
for
Stop.
cookies.
cassette
Hearts were
room.
stopped.
Banger. When does it activate? Boom. I'm gonna finish it off, boo. Fuck. Nice, let's go. Why is there not an official time? What the hell? Oh no, it's just not a PB. Is that how it works? I don't know. Oh no, it's because I didn't do the whole chapter. Okay.
Eat fresh.
Eat fresh.
It's not.
Dude,
Okay.
I was saying that I think the heat that you're getting from your new system that makes it a bit harder to be a React and brew is kind of a good thing because it can encourage people to not just watch Hell's Kitchen for an hour or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. However, if people are just want to watch people watch Hell's Kitchen, who am I to say anything?
That's
When-
what people want to watch. Let
When
me tell you,
Dan's gets his YouTube deal, he'll have to figure this out.
X is averaging like 80K right now, I think. He boots up Hell's Kitchen, Master Chef, 110, 120.
Are you kidding me?
He's like,
What?
it's like a
You
50%.
can't- all right, that's it.
Wait,
Then you
why?
solved the game.
Why
You
is he
beat it.
allowed to do this?
Because Twitch is still wild, wild west. Live streaming doesn't have like live content ID systems that pick this up and then shut it down.
They don't have the infrastructure to say, all right, X, you can't watch Hell's Kitchen, because then they have to go to everyone doing that and stop them. But it's
They can't
too many
do it,
people.
Yeah.
And YouTube can do it automatically.
That's
'Cause
right.
They turn everything you upload into ones and zeros, and then it goes and finds those ones and zeros.
Almost assuredly, it will come. Like the live content moderation will come.
He's on his Papa John's shit. The Day of Reckoning
The
will
day
come.
of reckoning will come. The YouTube Switch was a good
He's
thing
been
for
eating
me.
a pizza every single day, bro.
I've discovered one thing from the Switch that kind of shocked me is how many people simp and defend and have a Twitch as a huge part of their identity and are very quick to defend Twitch and like platforms.
You're talking about as a viewer or as a streamer? I'm obviously both, but what are
Viewers.
you talking about right
I think there's still like a belief out there that Twitch is one of us, like as
Which is
gamers,
crazy.
Which is crazy.
They are, well, okay, I think, again, corporate, like, media heads have always been like, yeah, you don't get it, right? And that can be said for, like, YouTube or Twitch or, like, anyone who's running these platforms.
Yeah, but I think Twitch is in particular because it's always been gaming focused. Probably gets treated a little bit differently than like a YouTube.
By the viewer base, I think
Yeah.
gamers
There is
are-
this weird underlying idea that Twitch is cool in a way that a lot
Like, I
of
think-
other
I think,
media
like,
platforms
Discord-
and companies are not.
Discord like still has it,
Yeah,
where like
Yeah.
people are like, yeah, Discord, that's our.
in their cutie Wumpus way.
Yeah. Wumpus
Um,
also agrees with the Betez sisters.
Wumpus thinks that it's a good
Wumpus
thing
said
to buy. Wumpus thinks they need to catch up to the first world nations.
Wumpus on drone strike.
I
let's
like
go.
how
How
ahead
about
of the bar we were because we talked about how that was a problem like on the 4th episode.
The World Cup.
Yeah. And we
Yeah.
were like, that's kind of fucked up, huh? And then we like, as a yard, we're like, yeah. And then we like
Let's
went on
go.
to our world.
Second try,
And I
no
think it's kind of-
practice.
'cause my friend, who's actually one
I
of
mean,
my
it's
favorite
really
Ludwig quiz,
easy.
You know,
but,
Sup Nice.
you know.
You know, Sup, obviously. He was
Legend.
he was in Ludwig's old stream. Like,
You know what?
double
Watch
digit,
this.
double digit, and he would give.
Oh fuck.
Dude,
I'm
he
never gonna
gave-
end the
Ludwig was
recording.
closing
I'm
the
just going
stream,
straight into
and
this
he
one.
donated like 5 bits. And he's like,
Replied to it.
What did they say?
Okay.
I didn't watch the clip.
Basically,
He went like, "Hey, Rome's
Oh.
kind of sick as fuck. I think it's cool now."
dude, you know what happened? He asks me, he's like, okay, yeah, who's Remus's brother? Like, testing me because I said I learned all this. I'm like, Romulus. I went to the hill that he threw the spear on that
I was like-
started all of Rome.
and
he's
I was
like,
like, that's so sick. Really?
Yes. Oh my God, we went on tours. We listened to a woman talk about this for hours.
Well, you didn't tell me that you weren't
The
on
tour
this,
was
through
actually
the
so
sphere.
delightful. It was a delightful tour.
If we would have told you, it still wouldn't have mattered because you'd already be gone.
Yeah, no shit. I don't know. Well, basically, it was funny. I would have. I don't know if I would have stayed. See, that's how much I hate traveling. So give me a break,
Fair
all right? But I like Rome now, and I'm a history buff. I'm a history guy.
It was cool.
It was so funny.
And then I watched
hearing-
Gladiator
hearing
last
them
night.
I
talk
saw
about
it.
it at the table last night because Ludwig was regurgitating the facts like back at him. But Ludwig had learned all these things by reading a Wikipedia article about the Colosseum
Well,
minutes before
I
one of her
looked up
tours.
Wikipedia,
Oh,
but then
so-
it.
wait, did he check me minutes before?
No,
No, minutes before one of the
What
tours.
happened is
was-
we were going
yeah.
on a tour. Our tour guide, like, there was a miscommunication, so I thought I was gonna learn all of it and then give everyone a tour. And then, so I just basically consumed a bunch of knowledge.
Why did you think that was gonna happen?
No, because
I would've done
we were
No,
late
there
for the
was
tour.
actually
We
a
were late for
world
the
where our
tour.
tour guide
Miscommunication.
show
We
up.
don't think our tour guide is coming.
Oh,
he,
so
he pulls up the Wikipedia article and he's like, I'm gonna read about Rome, and then we didn't end up needing it. Tour guide ends up showing up anyway. She asks us questions like during the thing, like, do any of you know?
What's the original name of the Colosseum? And I would be like, oh, it was actually called the Flavian Colosseum because the Flavian dynasty created
And
it.
she's
He had
like,
a big
wow,
clock.
wow, so good. And we're all like, he read that like 15 minutes ago.
So wait, this is only our crew, right? This wasn't strangers
Yeah.
in this group. Okay,
Yeah.
that's what threw me off. Because I was
Oh.
imagining a bunch of like
Oh.
tourists from around the world, and Ludwig's like, all right, well,
No.
all right, how is everyone doing? Let's get into it.
No, I think I
Alright, that makes
retained a lot more of it because I read shit on Wikipedia all the time.
Yeah.
But then also hearing it from someone else and seeing it, it was like actually a really good way to learn if you could have that privilege.
Dude, it's like lore, but it's like really happened.
Yeah,
it's very
it's
cool.
Rome
History is cool.
Rome is cool.
I like
What-
history now.
So in Italy, there's a few countries in Europe, Italy being one of them, where I think there's sort of this notable idea that there are certain types of like
Yay.
scams or like pickpockets that might happen in certain areas and things. You know, and
Yay.
Sweden, not one of the countries you would typically associate with this. One of the nights that I was out there, we were getting back really late to the hotel that we were staying at, and everybody was like pretty drunk, and I was in the front of the cab that we had got back, and the currency they use there is like krona or like crowns they usually say.
Before someone.
What is going on? I hate this Golden. It makes my fucking brain bleed.
I hate.
Go for
Why
Lud.
would-
Go for
why would-
Lud.
Go for Gecko.
I drove home with Ludwig. I haven't had a lot of one time with
Isn't
him
it awesome?
after fishing. I peered into the. What?
You haven't had a lot of one-on-one time.
Don't ever
I
make
got
that
my
expression ever
hit
again.
of Ludwig on our car drive the other day. It
Yeah.
was so nice.
It's only when he's in transit.
You know one of my favorite Ludwig memories? When he was driving us
I'm
to
alive.
Maine.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Shut up.
Okay.
Aiden's talking.
We're driving to Maine.
we were in the car. We were driving to Maine together to go skiing with your friends. Just 3 hours. 3 hours chatting it up in the car.
You have to corner
Look at
Ludwig in transit to be able to connect with him.
False. You could also be in a European country and then agree when I ask to hang out. That is another way to do
Yeah,
it.
the second part's
You
a
know
little
what's
big.
makes me mad is that the Joker originally does get pussy,
What?
but then like he became an incel like icon, and now we have you.
Wait. Well, stop. First
Because
off,
him and Harley Quinn, he was
Yeah.
you think I
He
look
was
like
hyping a
I
lot, yeah.
think.
you think I look like a Joker?
Yeah, you look like incel Joker,
You look
which is
like
already
El
Joker.
Joker.
So
Are
anyway,
you like charmed by that?
No, I thought it looks good. Does that? I mean, is that like a good?
look
Like, is
great.
it Heath Ledger?
do you think you look good? Do you think you look good?
Joker laugh.
Yo, you want to hear a joke?
My father
You wanna hear a
was
joke?
Yo, my father was kind of a crazy
My father
guy.
was a streamer.
Oh, it's close to drinker.
You're always on your phone, and I got to peer into his fucking life for 2 seconds, and I was like, fuck, that actually does a lot. You stretch your butthole too thin.
Yeah,
Because you're afraid to be alone with your thought, probably.
That's not true.
Yeah, I think
I
you're
think you
afraid.
are.
That's not true.
I think you live
You're
your
like
life in fear.
Josh, man.
Do you think about the void a lot?
Yeah, what I do sometimes is I rip the pen and then I'll go on a walk, no AirPods,
Nowhere what?
and that sends you straight to the void.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You do
No
that sometimes?
Yeah.
I like that. Because Josh, I always make fun of him because he can't be alone with his own thoughts, so he'll start dancing in place. Like he
Many
can't.
people listening to that suffer from this. Many people are happy the episode is out today because they can listen to it while they eat. So
I'm
they don't
just
have to
saying
be alone
there
with their
should be
thoughts
some
while they eat.
balance. Like you should.
For those people, can we just, as like a exposure therapy, just give them 4 seconds of silence so they don't think about their brain for a second? No one say anything. And that's what it feels like. That's what it
Like that
feels
shit.
like to be in your brain.
What'd you think about?
Or what?
Yeah.
What did you first? Comment below what you first
Did you
thought
see?
about.
Did you see the void
And
within
maybe
4
if it's
seconds?
sad, don't tell us because we don't care.
Don't bum the comment section out. By all means, do not be a bummer. But if it's like,
Unless there's like a funniness to the sad.
speaking of a bummer, in the comments the other day, I think this is actually nice to shout out, but someone's like friend died.
Oh, okay. Sick place to pause. That was very silly. Alright, let's not dive the same fucking way again. Yay! Good.
I actually think like Will I probably just didn't legitimately just didn't see it because he's such a he's a very nice person.
You wouldn't blame
and
someone who's
busy.
busy for not replying to
And he's
a message.
clearly inundated with other messages.
I'm just gonna read out a message, and we already gave Will, like, he's busy. He's got a lot of shit going on. I'm just gonna read out a
He's
message.
busy.
From Will Neff. My birthday's this week. Please invite all the yard guys. Okay. So anyway,
No.
I don't
No way.
think we need a fucking
No way.
harmless.
No way. No way.
We already
Oh, hold on.
Will.
Can I add some context? Can I add some context? So I also got a message from Will, and it said, I didn't see the full message. I'm learning now because I saw the invite, and then it said fucking love you guys. But I didn't realize that there was a top of the message, and the top of the message said, I wanted to make sure that you know you and all the yard boys are invited to my birthday.
Dude, what the fuck is the matter
Now we
with
just
you guys?
fucking ghosted him, dude. The tables have turned. It now looks like we're shitty friends that didn't go to his birthday.
So I think so, Nick. Why didn't you invite
Come on.
them?
I didn't see the top part.
Why didn't you forward that?
No, I have.
Stop, don't answer his question. He's the one that we need to
Did
ask.
you reply to Will?
Yes.
See, I didn't reply to Will because I didn't see the message till like very late.
I replied and said, thanks for the invite, Lord. But I already told Aiden this
Yeah.
the other day. I was like, when he wrote, I fucking love you guys, and then I saw an invite, I was like, oh, he just sent this to everyone in our group. Like, that's how I read I fucking love you guys. It's like, why would he pluralize it? It's obviously a copy paste.
Yeah, I get it. I
He
get it.
followed up and said, invite the yard guys. I would love to kiss all their faces.
That's so nice.
And I didn't reply.
I
was
wanted
great.
to go. I
That was
wanted to go,
great.
but it was too. I learned about the theme too late. I
What
was
was
like,
the theme?
It was at a nightclub, but everyone was dressed like they're going to church. So it was like a fun theme, but I
Oh, I would've
I was
loved
like
it.
looking like shit and at the office, and then I was like, oh, it's starting, and I don't have the clothes.
Yeah.
So I just didn't go.
I was drunk all day.
Oh, it was that day?
Yeah,
It was fishing day?
it was fishing day. They ruined my day.
He was so drunk.
I drank 10 beers.
You were the funniest I'd ever seen you.
It was miserable.
You understand? When you're drunk, you're a better person.
keep
better.
saying
You're
this.
better for
You're a
it.
better version of yourself.
And we like you more.
Never
My
forget
father
that.
felt the same.
I have a great movie for you. It's called Another Round.
Yeah.
And it's about
I watched it. You watched the first half,
Yeah.
and he's right.
First half of Another Round, he's so right.
I think I brought up another round
did,
while he was
and
We
saying
should
that.
end all movies at the second act, and they're all pretty happy.
Everyone's fine.
It's good.
Oh.
It's a good movie. And Harry Met Sally, good movie.
I would have loved to see Aiden in like a schoolgirl outfit.
Why do you
At
think that's
church?
church related?
Because they go to church.
Catholic
Yeah,
girl,
in the
Catholic
school
like
outfit.
outfit.
But they would go in like
Oh,
a church outfit. Not like a schoolgirl outfit.
Why?
It would be a church girl outfit.
Yeah, there you
There. He's such a stickler
I
for
know.
the
What
English
is the words?
language.
For a guy with so few words, he cares about words so much.
Now he cared.
On our trip, we just went to, we just went to France. But I went to Sweden after.
We've been.
And on
Oh,
the last night in Sweden,
I had
I
a nice
also got
sandwich.
really drunk. So drunk that I threw up when I got back to the apartment that I was staying in.
Beast.
And but a cool thing that evening is I went to the Sweden versus Austria national football game, and Sweden lost 0-3. But we went out to go to a club after. Tuesday night, there's only one club open, and while we were there, the teams went to the same club that night.
What?
So it was kind of going up.
Both
The teams of the
The
players?
whole Austrian team
Alright.
and some of the Swedish players.
Whoa.
That's fucked.
So the guys you were watching on TV.
No, I was watching it in person. We
Oh,
went to the
yeah,
game.
that's right.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's sick. Were they cool?
I did two. I'm not gonna talk though.
Were they tall?
Yeah.
Were they intimidating? You're
handsome?
intimidated.
Yeah, they're fucking football
Do they
players.
smell like shit because they just played a game?
They shower
The
up.
whole club just stinky.
Yeah, it's
gross.
just rank. They all showed up in their jerseys.
I
It's
definitely
crazy.
don't shower after that game. I just go to the club.
Shower.
No.
The club is so much later than the
Winners
game.
don't have to shower.
How much later was
Yeah,
it?
winners don't have
How
to
much
shower.
later was it? How much later was it?
Like they probably showed up like 3 hours after the game.
They have
That's
showers.
enough time to
Still
shower.
stank.
That's what I'm
And
saying.
I went up to one of the Swedish players and I was like, "Can I sniff you?" And then I think that
He
really
just goes, you can sneeze me.
I smell good.
Did they have
Aiden was charmed by it.
Oh, let's go.
Uh,
I love this
there were
level, but
definitely
it's a bad
some
golden.
girls that were
The
there.
fucking rooms are so slow. There's so much
The
waiting.
jersey
Do you
chasing.
think the girls liked me?
Yeah, and I think they were most.
Let's go.
And I tried. Swift doesn't like to be. He doesn't really like to be picked up or like handled. He'll get like really nervous about it. And I'm trying to turn him around so I can look at his ass and see his poop on
Show
his
me
ass.
your ass, dog.
But every time I move, this is after trying to move him to my feet a couple times because he smells so bad. I just don't want to be next to him while he smells that bad. And now I'm trying to like move him around, and he won't do it. Like he won't stay in place so that I can look. He'll always like turn around super fast and like sit back down again. Oh, Jesus Christ! And I think he can tell that I'm getting a little more frustrated.
Well, he knows that you want his butthole.
Yeah, and
he
he's
doesn't
nervous
want
about that.
He saw your search history. He said no.
Which also checks out with Durs, because Durs is meowing at the door to get out of the room at the same time. Which, as I'm getting more frustrated with Swift, Durs is like losing it, and I'm like, fine.
Fuck Durs, dude.
And I'll just let Durs out. I open the door, let Durs out, Swift sprints out of the room. And I'm like, Jesus, I have to go get him, because I have to go check if like poop's on his ass or not. And then I have to get them back into my room. And so Swift's on the couch, like he likes to sit on, and I go around and I'm trying to do the same thing, but he's getting really, really nervous now. And I pick, he tries to like move off the couch, and I finally like pick him up, but I think his read of the situation is that it's really tense. And he just starts shitting on the ground. And I'm seeing this as I'm carrying him, and he's just dropping shits as we walk down the hall. And I'm like, no. So, and I like audibly explain, and I'm pissed. So he's even more scared. And he goes on the ground, sprints down the hall, and you know how we have like the hardwood floors, right? So he skids when he tries to stop, and then like slides down the beginning few steps of the stairs, and then keeps running into Cutie's room, where he goes and hides under the bed. I'm like, oh my god! Like it's 3:15. I'm so mad.
Were you doing new dad hold, where you'd hold him like by under the armpits, and he just shit in front of you?
Yeah, and he was just dropping bombs, but they're in like a trail, right?
Right.
And I'm like, Jesus fucking
Right.
Christ,
They're
I'm
in a
gonna
trail
go-
of shit.
I gotta go clean this up now. So I go get like disinfectant and like paper towels and a bag to like pick up the poop.
And a fork.
Only good thing about this is that they're. I wasn't gonna tell that part.
I'm hungry, man.
And the only good thing is that they're dry, so they're easy to pick up. It's easy to clean up.
It's a W.
I'm putting in the bag, and I'm gonna go take them out.
Hey, Ludwig, I wouldn't call it a W.
That's lit.
It's a doggy dog.
It's
Ooh, nice.
so lit. And I walk out to the cans in the dark, and I have the bag of poop that I'm gonna throw away.
What? Why is it different? Hello? Bro, his behavior is different. Okay, I think this is the normal one. Yeah. That was very strange. Yes! Let's go. I did that so much faster than I thought I'd do it. I fluked from the first room of the Seeker bit, I'm pretty sure. Let's go! Oh, I may as well explain it now. I'm gonna do as the little bonus the seasides in a row now, so that the Hell Trio can be the countdown, and Farewell obviously can be the final countdown to 202.
So Italy is like like the word itself is like a symbol of affluence that I have never been close to. So it's like you only hear people go to Italy if they're like rich, and I'm like, oh, and it's like
Wait,
Oh,
you
nice.
understand what he's saying? Felt like it was.
No, I get what he's saying right now. Yeah. It's just like
I'm 3 for 3.
And now I'm envisioning like a version of Call Me by Your Name, but there's like there's a young Bruno boy in it instead.
If you want to fuck me, just let me know. We
Well,
can
I was
just, we
looking
can
at
just
you,
hash
but I was
that
talking
out.
about him.
Oh, do you want to fuck me?
No.
You do win the kill
No.
from Mary.
You're like,
Never mind. It's nothing.
you want to? So it's about
I'm like,
Call Me by Your Name.
Have you ever?
I'm super hot. I'm oiled up. You want to fuck
nobody
me?
gets oiled up in that movie.
Have you ever in your entire life, Anthony, thought like, oh, I really want to travel to X?
No.
Okay, well that's why everything's random, right?
Yeah.
I think Italy, although random, is it's dope. I think you are both Italian.
I want to go.
And I've never been to Italy, and I think it would be cool to go where the first Bruno ever came.
Into an Olive Garden.
Yeah, and then that sprouted your dad.
And
Where the
not
breadsticks
not the
at?
one off the side of the highway.
That's gonna be the first thing I say there. Is they where the
Olive
breadsticks
Garden
at?
there.
You go to.
Do you think they have like a really nice Olive Garden?
Where's Mario?
They
sit?
probably do. Honestly, they probably have like an insane Olive Garden in like Florence.
What's the point where it started?
that they gassed up.
That's where they started the franchise.
Yeah.
Just like the Outback. Did the Outback Steakhouse start in
No,
Australia?
Yes,
guys.
yes, it did.
This is the most American.
We just lost
conversation.
2 enormous chunks of our viewership.
No, I can
If
verifiably
they
say.
didn't
countries.
leave
I don't
for
care.
Messi,
Our
they just left.
gigantic Italian viewership.
We have a lot of Australian viewership.
Look, McDonald's, I know, came from the nation of McDonald's. Everyone
This
knows
is
that.
this is fair and true.
That is fact.
So
So yeah,
I'm not
Italy
totally
trip
stupid.
in the works. They just announced today that there's some
The
COVID
Burger Kingdom?
restrictions, but it should be non-impactful. I think.
I'm trying to get my neck tattooed in Italy.
What?
Oh, no, because he needs to do his one tattoo per trip.
Bambino.
I want to do my neck.
And this time it won't be in a dark, illegal basement like it was in Japan.
That was awesome. when I traveled to Japan, it's pretty hard to get tattooed there because like
Oh, it's illegal, right?
it's not illegal, but it's just like really frowned upon. So it's like hard to find good artists. There's a lot of like shitty artists in like, but they're not like publicly seen in like areas.
It's bad Yakuza vibe.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes
'Cause
sense.
It's
yeah.
like gangster.
So I had to travel like 3 hours by bullet train to find this guy who like said he would do it, and his shop was like underground. Like it was like a hidden shop with no sign, underground. I was like, yeah, I'd die here. But like,
Hold on, 3 hours by bullet train? Did you like go across the entire
Yeah.
nation of Japan?
yeah, it went really far away. Went from like Tokyo to can't remember where. I want to say it was like near like Nara or something.
You know where that is? Japan expert.
Oh yeah, there's one in downtown next to Target.
Nice. Yeah, and I told him he could do whatever he wanted. He was very excited. He doesn't get to tattoo Americans.
You come out of there
very
with
frequently.
a huge dick on your
That'd be sick.
Beautiful
Yeah.
Japanese-styled penis.
I'd be down,
like a
honestly.
Japanese characters all
That
over it.
story would be so worth. Yeah, it was terrifying, but it was sick. He did a good tattoo.
What?
The tattoo is sick.
Did he try to like feed you blowfish too or something, or was it just
Yeah, that was part of it. He tried to feed me blowfish.
just all kinds of shady,
Yeah,
dangerous shit?
He was humming the Mario theme song. It was crazy. Everything you would think was happening there. Yeah.
And then he told me that Steve would be in Smash. And it happened.
Yeah, he somehow knew that.
And that's how Slash V leaks work. It's one guy in a basement tattoo shop in Japan who just knows about the Fighter DLC.
What tattoo are you getting?
I never know.
You never know.
I always just tell them to do whatever the fuck they want.
Patreon art contest.
For
Oh,
my
what about
tattoo?
that?
Yeah.
I would do that.
Have everyone in the
Not for my
Patreon
neck.
draw a different penis.
Not for my
On his
neck.
neck.
And the nicest one you get tattooed on you.
Well, I don't want a penis tattoo.
Well,
There's some spicy Patreon perks coming up. We got naked Ludwig progress pictures,
Yeah.
balls and dick
don't
and cock.
think that was
We
one
can
of
we
them.
can do the
balls.
ones where it's
Black
like
tar.
it's like a side by side, so it's like him being fat and disgusting, but he's also bald and he's frowning. And then we do one of him smiling and he's lost like 20 pounds and he's like yeah. And we like
do a horseshoe
we like Photoshop his dick like the Justin Bieber like magazine cover.
when he made his biceps all big. This is confirmed, hard confirmed by Ludwig, 100%. And then also, Nick will get a tattoo
Choose
of,
my tattoo.
of anything that you post on the Patreon page. Anything.
Look,
any
Wait,
image
like
at
so I'll
all.
get all of them?
Yeah, he gets them all.
Look, we hit 10k patrons.
so much money.
We
That's
hit
all the
10k
Patreon.
patrons. I'll get a Patreon.
Wow.
We did talk about today what matching tattoos we could get on our thighs to make you guys jealous.
Nothing would make me
Like
jealous.
you two? Wait, you two?
Yeah, to compete with.
Because
you.
me and Slime have matching tattoos.
Yeah, we need something.
I wouldn't be jealous. I would just join in.
It's crazy.
Establishes
It
our
is
bond.
crazy that with Ludwig, I was like, Ludwig, we should go get a tattoo together. And he's like, yeah. And like a year later, Ludwig, you want to get our tattoo? He's like, yeah. And then one day, he just gets home with Anthony.
Yeah, well,
I was like,
was
what
it
the fuck?
content?
It
No,
could have
ours
been.
was just for funsies.
Well,
Look,
Oh, that's
It was a
true.
bet. It was a bet.
You want to tell him
You
the
know what?
truth?
You know what'll hurt the
no,
most?
I'm saying me and him. Oh, you want to tell
okay.
them the truth?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell them the truth.
Well, the truth is that we both wanted a tattoo.
I was down to get it, yeah. Because I look, let's be real. I could have beaten your ass.
In the
if I really was.
YLYLs, Ludwig throws. And I'm breaking the news here, right now on the Yard Podcast.
I gotta give him some gimmies, dude. He laughs at too much.
Ludwig keeps it close during the YLYLs, and the illusion is broken, and your parasocial relationship is now over.
You know who doesn't throw is Aiden. That guy sucks at not laughing.
Yeah.
You laugh at fucking everything.
I have a you laugh, you lose idea where they start with 10K, and every time one of them laughs, they lose $100.
First of all, don't say it like it's damning. Like I don't think. It's
Well, it means you have no resilience.
Is that what it means?
Does it not?
I think it means I enjoy life.
Does it mean
It does.
both? It's both.
It can't mean both.
But
Me-
also, like, there's a gun to your sweet, sweet, hot mom's
what's-
head.
you know what's-
Come
okay?
on.
Right
You
here.
know what's so funny is I've thought about this exact scenario. I've thought about this exact scenario because when I laughed in the group competition we did that one time, afterwards I thought to myself like, could I keep it together when it really counts? And I was like my family's life is on the line. And I'm like, I don't think I could. Like,
You're doing a training
don't think
training
I
montage
could.
like Rocky looking at sad shit and
Yeah.
brave shit. Get the happy thoughts out of your head, Aiden.
It wouldn't
Then
happen.
he watches like a baby like throw a hot dog, and he's like,
It is anything for you.
like he's thinking about it. Where'd you get the hot dog
The
from?
you know what I hate
know.
is that you still laugh at Slime's fart. Because I think if you didn't, it would have been
I
bullied
don't.
out.
I haven't laughed
I don't
at
think
it
you
the
laugh at
past
that.
2 weeks.
No.
I just
No.
I just get mad at him. I just get furious now
You guys
because
don't
it is so
realize.
bad.
This is
You guys
it's
don't
not
realize.
funny
the
anymore.
most cap you have ever put on the show.
No, you aren't there to witness it anymore because of your deal.
Like a week ago, I was in the room when you cheated it.
And I didn't.
Shut up, Bobby
No,
Schroeder.
wait, hold on. I only laughed because he broke the deal with you.
Yeah, I didn't break the deal, by the
He
way.
can vouch. I get super mad at him.
Yeah, but you guys are acting like that matters at all.
It smells bad. That's why it matters. You can't say that as if there's no consequence.
No. I know. I'm just saying, no reaction you ever give me will ever stop me from doing it. Because I do it alone and I laugh at myself. Like, it's over.
That gives me
A girl's around you do it?
Hmm?
If a girl's around you do it, you're a pussy.
Yeah.
Slime's the only person I know
Dude.
who's like Slime.
dude, let's go.
What does that mean?
I need to double check that
Everywhere.
I actually
put it
just
there.
did it
Like, he's
because
never.
that took me so little time. My PB was reflections. No, what? That was crazy. I mean, it's not that hard, and I ordered them hardest to easiest, but I did not expect that to take me less than a night. I think that was an hour to 2 hours tops, including strat finding and stuff. That was crazy. I was so nervous. Let's go, because I did not want to grind that. Like, I was already, like, dying and having to go back to core and having to sit through the core fucking heart gate opening, I was getting kind of fuming already. Oh my god. That's so sick. Okay, let's go.
Doing in the video game, because like at the end of the day I'm just trying to win it, and you're like, I don't give a shit, because like this shows who you are as a real person, and it's like I'm trying to watch Bob's Burger flip this bitch.
And me and Amer are trying to hurt each other's feelings.
No,
Not each
hold
other,
on.
not each
Hold on.
other.
Yeah.
Defend me.
Yeah.
Please
No.
defend me. Please, I never throw the first stone. Ever.
No, I
Please
don't
do-
care about that. What I care about is I'm trying to watch. We should have a no melee rule.
Okay, look,
if it's
look,
It doesn't matter who started
Here's
it.
my issue.
How does it not matter?
Here's my issue.
Oh my god!
Yes, no, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm Reese.
Even today, when I was getting salty, I'm getting mad at mistakes I'm making.
And I was, you know what? I was cool as a kid.
Are you winning?
It sounds like.
No, I think he took like over 50.
You were gonna say something?
I was gonna say that I think Climb has a weak, but there is some level of a point to you playing lame and friendlies, and there being context to that matters.
Whoops,
Because
I just
that
forgot
most
my
people
fucking
play
strat
friendlies,
because I just
like,
don't want to
military
be here so
expressive,
bad, but I
and
just
you
clocked out.
usually zone in on just trying to win, so like you force the other person to like focus really hard when like friendlies are usually a casual experience that you get to have more fun during, and that makes it a very one-sided experience for you because you don't clarify before playing with someone, hey, I want this to be like a really, you know, serious practice session. I'm trying to grind and improve. So because you don't do that, sometimes the other person doesn't have as much fun as you. I think his reaction's out of pocket. However,
I think this has changed.
However, I forgot my point.
No,
Give
no.
me a second.
Social context with Nicholas.
I would love to bring up the time
Yeah.
very early when Eamon started living with us. When Nick and
Oh my
Aiden
God.
played after work at BTS.
The only time I've ever been salty and friendly in my
I've
whole life.
never heard Nick be this petty. But they played some friendlies, and why don't you tell us what happened? Tell the audience.
We were playing at work. We were playing at work, and
I can't believe this happened.
I'm playing Peach, and no, sorry, it's the opposite. No,
You're playing
I'm
Peach.
playing Peach. Aiden's playing Falco, and Aiden is just running from me, shooting lasers, and putting the clock to 8 minutes. The entire fucking game.
He's stalling 8 minutes straight.
He's stalling
It's in
8 minutes.
timeout.
He's stalling 8 minutes in friendlies.
It's going
I am
close to timeout.
I am not at all like reciprocating this energy. There's no money on the line. We're just playing friendlies, and he is purposely running camping, and I'm like dashing at him with Peach, and I'm like,
PTZ zipper.
and I'm like, dude, what the fuck is your fucking problem? Why are you playing like this? And he's just like laughing to himself, and I'm like, all right, well, if you would not like to have any fun, then like what exactly did I say to you?
You didn't say anything. That was the crazy thing.
Whoa.
That
Oh.
was you didn't say anything.
I guess
but
this is my
then-
inner monologue.
But then you started playing like what I would say what you guys would call really lame after that.
I see.
Because and I have obviously noticed a change in the tone of the room and a distinct difference in how he's playing. And after a few games of this, because Ken leaves, because we were
This is a
with Ken.
3-man setup.
Yeah, that's why
I
did it.
didn't know that.
Yeah, that's why I did it at the time. Because I knew if I scrapped with his Peach and my Falco, I had no shot of winning, and I didn't want to get off the rotation. So I did everything.
And
I
I'm
Oops. What the fuck happened there? Come fuck then. Boom. Oh, thank God. Every part of that grind, well, it's not really a grind, it's only a couple hours. Every part of that golden that wasn't a bumper was very enjoyable. But every part that was a bumper made me so fucking furious. I will never understand why they made them move. Bumper cycles are the worst part of Vanilla Celeste by far. But without that, I'll actually do quite like this level. But that fucking made me furious. Every death far was to a bumper.
Dad, and I called my ex because I was just sad. I wasn't drunk. I was just sad.
You're like, hey.
It's like 4 a.m. where she's at, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Bro, your boys."
Oh, dude.
You know what's funny? I did the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Same fucking
me and you, baby.
You're just like, I need to talk.
I need
so
joy.
sad.
I need something that gives me pleasure.
I need a hug.
It's like when your sim has lost all of its stats and it's just like a wallowing mess and it can't function. So it needed some contact.
Everyone's down. That train clip, every time he gets a hit and he plays it, he's like, I am fucking down millions. And he's like, don't gamble. It's true. It's literally true.
Yeah.
So many people are not up.
I'm the only person who is up.
Yeah,
here.
because you keep a fucking spreadsheet and you once asked
he
Kalindi
does.
to get your quarter from him
Oh,
that he owed you.
Didn't he do less than that? Didn't you ask
Well,
for?
there was 2 different times.
Tell us the Magi one, right?
By all means, please.
Well, there was one time. Where you know what? Magi might have been banking both times it's happened actually. One time I didn't get my quarter, and one time I didn't get 12 cents. And the only reason I cared about it,
Dude,
only reason I cared about it is because I kept a spreadsheet of all my losses and winnings on poker for the entire time that I played.
I don't think you're selling us enough. We did poker games at Smash Summits where everyone would buy in for like $100.
Yeah, that was the start.
And that was like the start of it, and then that transitioned into like some online games that with the same group
Yeah,
of players.
basically
like
like
Smash
Melee,
players.
there was these subgroups of Melee players who got into poker all around the same time and would play together. Like there was basically a group you could play with every night. And I for probably about a year or so. And I would play poker every night with like this same group of people. And that it was probably my first introduction of like honestly the first time I spent more significant amount of time like talking to you, because it was the summer before I moved in with you guys.
Yeah.
And like you would be in the games pretty often, you'd be in the games sometimes.
That was when, by the way, Mike Hayes, who was like talking some shit on Twitter about SFAT recently.
Yeah.
It was funny because Mike actually, I made him cry that one night. You
What?
remember that?
No,
remember-
that was
I remember this.
sad.
No,
yeah.
it was, well, I was mad because it was way before that. Mike Hayes had, he would go, because we had an honor system, because sometimes some of us would stream. I would stream, Mango would stream. We're playing live games with no delay amongst friends.
Yeah.
Poker.
And
Yeah.
poker.
Yeah.
And so you just don't look at the other person's screen. It's just wrong. But Mike, he wanted to look up what Mango had after the hand because he folded. And then so he said that, and he was like, I checked. And we were all like, what the fuck? And we all chastise him right there.
Yeah,
live.
'cause
Like,
that changes the course of the game. Having that information is
That-
still
yeah, yeah.
cheating.
yeah, and
Definitely.
it's like it's also like you're someone who would do that, so it's like, what won't you do?
We also used to joke that he would cheat, and this was like the smoking gun.
Oh,
Well,
God,
you
dude.
got tilted that day because he called me out.
This is way later.
winning-
So yeah, when he says that
I was
day,
there for this.
when he says that day, it means way later.
Yeah.
And Eamon plays poker like he plays Sheik.
Yep.
You know, like a nit, right? He just, you know, he waits for his premium hands. He waits for someone to run into him. He forward tilts, and then he does his thing.
Works
and
great,
that's
by the way.
okay because that's how you beat people.
It does
who
work well.
like to play wide ranges. And Mike got so mad at you because you won, right?
Yeah, I
What did he s-
won.
yeah.
I won big. I won like 2 hands in a row, and I was like, okay, that's enough for tonight. Like I wanted to walk.
Yeah,
And
you
then-
hit and run and played like a pussy. You're not fun to be at the poker table, but you are a winning player,
I am a winning player.
and that's all
Slightly.
that counts.
I'm up like 150.
It's actually
all
just
time.
like melee.
Okay.
Yeah, it was really cool. I went for a combo, but I died.
$150.
Yeah.
You're up.
That's
well,
great.
In poker, yeah,
Yeah,
all time.
that's winning player.
Hey, $150
Yeah.
with only what 40 hours of work
1,
in.
2 NL.
It's like I'm like the sheet's really funny because I'm like 3K in all time, like 3.15K out all time. Like
Anyway, Mike Hayes, he was pissed at you because you hit and run,
Yeah.
and then he was like, I never want to play with you again. Which was I heard him say that, and I was so mad.
It's like when someone else picks on your little brother.
And I went over to the laptop where Aiden was playing on, and I said, excuse me, Mike? Are you fucking kidding me? You're gonna talk to him like that? And I was like, well, you're like someone who goes and like looks at other people's hands. Like, what the fuck is your problem? I was really
A level of
Yeah.
vitriol only slime could throw out.
I was
It was-
furious.
I'm just gonna pause it now. Let's go. Okay, first 3K attempt. That was terrible. Okay. Okay, this is a fucked up flag. Right at the end as well. Whew. Fucking hell. Christ. Dude, let's go! Oh my god. I did that shit so fast. I literally fluked from 1.5k. Oh my god. I'm so glad. It's long, it's annoying, it's choke pointy. Almost died to flag 3. Oh, let's go. That is just so nice. Oh, let's go.
Do you play Valorant? And I was like, yeah, I do.
And you're wearing your
Dude, oh my god.
I'm just wearing this outfit. It was today. And she's like, what rank are you? I told her my rank. And she like thought it was cool, and she's like, tell me what character she plays, and all this stuff. And I'm like, this is what a weird interaction. And I was like, we're just talking about Valorant for a little bit. And then I leave. And I've got this like big ego boost because someone thinks my in-game rank is cool. I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool. I'm fucking, let's do a shooter game. And I get in the car, I got my pizza in my lap, and I open the box, and the person who packed my pizza like pushed the box into the pizza. So I open it, but since I waited to get coffee, it's like solidified.
So the cheese coagulated.
So the box opens, the slice attached to the other slice lifts up out of the box.
It looks like a 90-year-old woman's
And
pussy.
I like, I open it so aggressively, so like it brings both pizzas up into the air. It pulls them out of the box. One of them lands just straight on my lap, and then the other one lands on top of my coffee, and like it's punctured by the straw. and there's just red sauce all over my fucking car. And I'm like, fuck! I shouldn't have thought I was nice. This is the only reason that could have happened.
Why? Were you just sitting there just like smiling for 10 minutes saying nothing?
No, just in my head I was like, oh, that was pretty cool. And I get in my car, open the pizza, it just fucking explodes all over.
But are you saying that if you weren't thinking you were nice,
I was
you
saying it was
would've been...
karma.
Oh, okay.
I was saying it's karma for me, like,
That's right.
thinking I'm nice.
That's
for a
right.
moment.
Doing your own
That's
britches.
the life of the average immortal balance player.
Yeah,
We're all going
Are
through
you
that.
still immortal?
I mean, I was like 4 seasons in a row.
Well, okay, so you maintained it.
Yeah. I would log on my main.
He's
every
got it
season,
in his
re-get it,
Dorito.
and
He's
then-
most certainly still immortal if he grinded.
Okay, I just because it's like
I would say.
sometimes it's like yeah, I was PR'd back in.
It's not like I
06.
got it one season and just never played again. I maintained it for years.
I started to pick up Valorant again, and
How's your raise?
I'm off.
He hates it.
Not like I hate it. I'm off like I don't like it.
Oh, you're off that shit.
I'm out.
But what about her?
I was in, I was out. First game, match MVP. All right. Second and third game, not so great.
that's
Fourth
funny.
game, team MVP. All right. Other games, not so great. I had some hits and some misses, but I just really, every second I'm playing, I hate it.
If you guys don't know, by the way, Ludwig plays at a very low sensitivity, but he also plays on a mouse pad the size of a tarot.
He can't turn around.
That changed.
It's
by the way.
crazy.
He just can't turn
He
around.
literally,
That's
it's like if you just hit him from a 45 degree, a 90 degree
Dude,
angle, he's just like,
I watched Ludwig check angles when he enters sites, and he. Alright, so he doesn't. If he has left and right, he has to check both. He decides one of those I will not check. He checks right instead, but he doesn't look fully to the right. He just turns the screen enough to where he does see right.
the
And then he goes
crosshair
back.
though is
And
still.
he gets like this. He goes. And he goes back, and I'm
Slow
like,
check.
dude, it doesn't matter if you see someone there, you're dead.
Well,
Yeah.
at least I cleared it so they won't kill all the
It
four
was
people
also
behind.
very funny because Ludwig was like, "Oh, I played Valorant again." I'm like, "Dude, you would hate new meta. Like, you would not like new Valorant." He's like, bro, I'm back, match MVP. I was sick. I was top of the leaderboard.
I remember this.
Like,
He
oh,
was
it's crazy.
talking that
And
good
then
shit.
literally the next day, he's like, bro, I fucking hate meta. And I'm like, what happened? He's like, I just lost.
I called
like,
him out.
I hate you.
That's what I said. I was like, I think you just don't like it because you're playing bad. Like you're not doing well, like you used to. And he's like, no. And I'm like, well, you were pretty pumped when you had that top frag in your first
It
game
was that.
back, because he kept
That
talking
was
about
that.
like I played
Well,
with Mango and the
you're
boys
also
top frag game
mistaking
one.
something. That first night I played was with Mango for Mango Ludwig Friday, and it was the you can't be sober lock.
Okay.
And I think that's part of why I enjoyed that evening.
Because grenades, you don't need to aim them.
Because even when I'm losing, I'm still not sober. And then the other nights I was sober playing, and like it's like a 5-stack with only friends, but like no one's like taking control for like being like where should we go on T side, and then everyone like has disagreements. I'm like, I hate this part. I hate the part of sitting and then everyone's having a discussion on like,
yeah, what happened last
Yeah.
round. And stuff, right? Yeah. So
Okay,
you
let's not be dumb
when
again.
You're
Yeah.
fucked up, you're the real you.
when I'm fucked up, I'm the real me.
That's what I was thinking.
Dude, Aiden played with Mango Stack and he just had a hellish time.
Yeah, I had like a miserable time the first time back with them.
It's
I
funny
think-
because it's like me at blackjack. Like I'm definitely never doing this again. And
Yeah.
it's like,
and then Mango DMs you and he's like, you want to play Valorant? And you're like,
They
I
pull
said
you back
no.
in.
oh, but
I said that night, the next night, I said yes to Albert, and then Albert was playing.
yeah, it's tough. Hey, communicating not easy. We all know that.
Yesterday, I went to Vista. I drove down there. I'd never been to like Oceanside or anything around that area before. I've just always gone like all the way to San Diego, or just stayed in like LA. And I was with our friend Journey. We went to a cafe called the Yellow Deli, and this is from a
Oh, let's go.
recommendation from Troy, the Mario Kart YouTuber.
sounds like a shock.
And he's like, but
Let's go. Oop. 201. Let's go. It's not my least favorite golden. It didn't take me very long, luckily, but it just kind of sucks. It's got cycles, it's got bumpers, it's got very awkward, inconsistent gameplay. I'm just glad I only died to the last section once. And now it's farewell time, which is very scary. So, to give you some context on farewell for me, I tried doing it last year. I put about 50 hours into it, probably over 50 hours, probably more like 60. And then I had to stop because of school. I just didn't have enough free time. And then sometime earlier this year, all of my data got corrupted, so all of that time is not on the save file. And then later, a little bit earlier from now, I did Crystal Garden. I came back to the game, did Crystal Garden. That boosted my skill back a decent amount. And then also, as you've seen, I finished off the Vanilla Goldens from scratch. And then now I came back to obviously finish Farewell. And I want to tell you about day 3. So day 1 and day 2, I just practiced. I didn't do any runs from the start. And then I did runs from the start on day 3. And this was my 3rd attempt.
But between
I'm
the two,
Halloween.
there's only 2 women there.
All right.
What are you talking about
Pick
this?
one.
So Young Money
Right,
Halloween.
I believe
Give you a
that.
third.
Right,
Oh.
all the way, all the way, all the way.
What? What the fuck? Dude, what the hell? What? That's so sad. That's so sad. I actually can't fucking believe that. I cannot believe that. That was about to be the fluke of the century. And just such a stupid death. So I tried not to let that bother me too much, even though it was quite frustrating. And then I came back the next day, and then this happened. My PC just crashed halfway through a recon run. I don't really know what to say about that, to be honest. I mean, what happened the first day? Now what's happening the second day? What the fuck is gonna happen tomorrow? I'll see if the recording is saved. If it will, I might debug back, but it's surely corrupt. Yeah, it's fucking corrupt. Alright, let's see if I can get a 0 death, technically. And then, I kept playing on the same day, and then this happened! You're joking! You are joking. You're 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 fucking joking. Why am I like this? 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 What the fuck was that? Why am I like this? But then finally, I kept on playing, and then I absolutely clutched it up, and I finally got it. So, here we are.
He stayed away from that. He stayed away from the personal elements of it, you know, and you're probably right. You know, all it was, you know, for him just about a reason, a motive that he could justify in his mind to do what he was doing.
The only way I can think about, because I asked myself that too, like, okay, if he just wants revenge, why not, you know, kill his brother? Why not kill the Professor Murray, right? Or the psychologist, or the woman who dumped him. The only thing I can think is another thing I get by reading his journal is that Kaczynski was a bit of a coward, in like a personal sense. Like, he didn't have a lot of social skills, but it seems to be greater than that. He seems to be afraid to take action about things in his life. Like, there was a scientist. This was before his bombing. I want to say this was like 72, 73. There was a scientist who he thought about killing, and he thought about stabbing him. He thought about shooting him, and he even admits in his journal, he's like, I don't think I can do that. I think I'm a little afraid of, you know, walking up to him and doing that. So then he thinks about building a bomb, and he's like, well, I don't want to be there when it goes off, because that I could get caught. Like, that could be weird. So he picks really the most cowardly way to kill someone, to build a bomb and then ship it to a state you're not even in, right? So I think that maybe the reason he didn't kill Murray, the reason he didn't kill that woman or David or what have you, is because he was afraid. I think he was a coward to actually act about what he wants. I think he would just act out at some other target. He would take it out on someone else, basically, I believe.
Yeah. And, you know, to me, he never showed any remorse for anything that he did. I don't think there was ever, oh, I'm sorry I killed this person, or, you know, I'm sorry I injured this. You know, there to my knowledge, I don't recall. And again, I like you, you've read all that. I haven't, but I don't think I ever saw or heard remorse from him. For anything that he did.
No, there none at all. Actually, quite the opposite. After his trial, so after his lawyers tried to take the insanity plea and he talked him out of it, he did plead guilty. And during what did they call it? After it, like the sentence, when the sentencing's being figured out. Oh, impact statements, right? So. The impact statements were after his attorneys already cut a deal that he wouldn't get the death penalty, he'd just get life sentences. So the deal had already been made. He was already sentenced to, multiple life sentences. And then they have the impact statements from the victims. So, all the victims' family members come forward, talk about what was taken from them, what Kaczynski's done to them. And yeah, this was in one. I've watched so many documentaries about Ted in preparation.
Yeah.
I think this was the Netflix one, but I can't remember. It was a psychologist who was like slightly, I don't want to say sympathetic of Ted, but he was interested in hearing out what Ted had to say. So Ted allowed him to do, not really interviews, but to ask him questions regarding the case, to kind of, like Ted kind of trusted him in a sense, right? So this doctor was in the courtroom while the families were giving their impact statements, and he says he looks over at Ted, and Ted's just like blankly staring at the person talking, no reaction. And after it was over, as they walk out of the courtroom, Ted was like, "What was all that about?" And the guy's like, "Oh, well, it was, it was the impact statements of the family members." And Ted looked puzzled, and he said, "That doesn't make any sense. I've already been sentenced. Like, why did they do that?" And the guy was like, "Well, that's because, these are the family members of those who you killed, who you harmed. And the point of it was to try to get you to realize that." And Ted was like, "Huh, that's kind of bizarre." And just goes about it. Like, not even processing, like, that he should feel some guilt about it. Like, he was just like, "Wow, that was weird. I'm already sentenced."
Well, almost like a antisocial or, psychosis, right?
Yeah, yeah. I do think a lot of
psychopath.
Yeah, I do think he definitely had some psychopathic tendencies. I wouldn't. I'd say he's probably more of a I'm not a therapist by any means, or a psychiatrist, but I'd say he exhibited more sociopathic symptoms because he doesn't seem born with it. It seems to be something that was kind of cultivated in him over time. But he definitely did grow a kind of distance from humanity, from social interaction. And I think that's what shaped a lot of things like him in the courtroom. There's this idea a lot of people have of Ted Kaczynski as he was just a guy who really liked nature and he hated seeing nature get torn down. But I really think he was someone who just hated people, and he didn't like people, so he found nature, which has less people, so that's why he liked it.
But didn't he say though in the manifesto though, doesn't he or
Dude, fly. Yeah, awesome time. Nice. No, I missed. Dude, watch him like fucking hit my eye in the golden room now. Christ alive. Dude, what a fucking save, what the hell? Oh my god. Surely, surely. Come on, please. Hold on. One sec. Please. Please, 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 please. My hands are so numb. I have pins and needles. Oh, please, 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 please. Oh my god. What the fuck, man? Yeah.
Sorry, he's ready.
I know. I'll be done in a sec.
Oh, okay.
I've seen people do this before years ago, so I don't really remember the strats. I remember the strat for this bit. It looks like it's changed though. But I've never like studied it or memorized it. Once I knew at some point I was going to go for this, I made sure to never watch another one. Okay. Okay, hold on. Let's give a jelly. And then I can go to there, and then I can... Yep. Yeah, okay. Guys, getting that jellyfish is so fucked up. Both ways are fucked up. Like, what? What is that? Okay. That's not a good start. That's not a good fucking start either. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god! Oh my god! Yes! 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 Oh! Yes! Oh! Yes! Oh! Yes! My hands are so numb. My hands are so numb. I cannot believe it. I'm saving the recording right now. Dude, I cannot feel my hands. I cannot feel my fucking hands. I'm not fucking reading this. I've earned this. I have earned this. Yes. Dude, what? What? I'm gonna go have my food and then I'll come back and talk about this. I low-key forgot to make a video. I had my food and then I came back upstairs and then I completely forgot it, but it's only been like half an hour. I mean, let's look at the... Dude. Oh my god. I mean, there've been multiple times I've been playing Celeste and I never thought I'd get that. Like, that is so crazy. I'm so glad I didn't die in the golden room, obviously. I really thought I was going to when I started chucking the jelly about like an idiot. And also just because of how bad my luck had been already. And I will say, obviously, I have definitely not had the hardest or unluckiest experience with this golden. And I did do it reasonably fast. I believe I'll explain earlier in the video, you know, I did have another like 50 hours on Farewell like last year. But then upon coming back to it a year later, you know, I've done it in 4 days. And all in all, I can't really complain that much. But I did have a couple of harrowing deaths, I will say. But I'm pretty happy with it. I'm pretty sure I showed it already, but I'm going to show my stats again. I really thought I'd have more to say, but I just don't. Add a couple hours, obviously, to the Farewell timer, because I crashed. But I mean, coming back to it and redoing Farewell in about 20 hours is really cool. I'm very happy about that. I mean, you know, obviously, like, it almost goes without saying, but this has been something I've wanted to do since I've started playing. This is like, I mean, not equating the difficulty, but for the GD players, like, this is like the bloodbath of Celeste, or the cataclysm of Celeste, like, in the sense that it's a very, you know, monumental achievement that a lot of people tried to go for, and it has inspired so many other huge levels as well. Again, whether I think the difficulty is similar is impossible to really say. I'm more gifted with Celeste, and not to say I'm like incredibly gifted, but I'm better at Celeste naturally than I am GD. And obviously the time difference, you know, that's not what this video is about. I'm just saying, like, to put it in your heads, for people who aren't part of this community, that's how to look at it. I think that's how I see it anyway. It's done. I've done this. Oh, I should check what time I started. The save file. Hold on. Give me 1 sec. Give me 1 sec. Give me 1 sec. I can't find it. This is all going in the video. I don't care. To be fair, if you've made it this far, I mean, like, you know. What's up, guys? It is currently, as I'm recording this, September 18th, 3:48. Dude, I did this in 11 days. Wait, 3:48. Yeah, I did this in just over 11 days. It is currently the 29th of September. It is 8:14, but I completed farewell like 30 minutes ago. Oh, actually, I texted my mate as soon as I did it, so I can let you know what time it was exactly. Yeah, about 45 minutes ago. So, I completed the challenge, 29th September, 7:15, let's call it. No, 7:30. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that is really all I have to say. Let's go. I don't know, like, this is so sick. Yeah. Thank you.